Tim Panasiuk with Gibbons Motor Toys. Today we're going to show you a new product, Stabicraft. We've been looking at adding Stabicraft to our portfolio for some time now, and we've finally got some units that have arrived. We've had a brief chance to get out and water test them. So we want to basically do a review like we do all our other boats and show you around. One thing I do want to point out is the Stabicraft website is awesome. So for all the full detail specs, more videos, etc., please go to their website. They also have a configurator on there where you can build your boat, etc. So really good information there, but what we want to do is show you the product that we have in stock, how we've rigged them and why. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Stabicraft, they're built in New Zealand. They are a very safe boat. One of the staples to Stabicraft is that all their hulls, every one of them, and they do build hulls from 14 to 27 feet. And what they have is what's called an Aero pontoon system. So basically, the outside of the hull that surrounds the entire boat is indeed a separate chamber of air. So it's basically like having an inflatable boat and an aluminum boat all in one. The boat is unsinkable. You can fill this boat with water and it'll still drive back to shore. So from a safety aspect, that's one of the real key things to Stabicraft. The other thing is, this is an 1850 that we're showing you today, but even starting with the 14-foot models, these boats are designed for big water. They're designed for offshore use. New Zealand is a small island in the middle of the ocean. To get anywhere from there by water, you're dealing with the big pond, and you need a boat that's safe in those environments. So when you look at this boat and how it's built, I think that it's very noticeable that this is built for those environments. When you look at the cab, when you look at how the structure of the boat is, how it's designed to deflect the water either away from the boat, or if you do get a wave that hits it, it's going to deflect it up and over. So when you look at the reverse chines and the bottom of this hull, again, this is the Aero pontoon system, but this also makes up the reverse chine. So these reverse chines are huge. When we were out water testing these, the one thing we tried to do is put a bunch of weight in the front. We tried to do some hard corners with the engine trimmed all the way down. We tried to induce water to blow up and get up on the windshield. We couldn't do it. The boat simply rides high. The flotation and the elevation and the deflection of the water to the sides is unlike anything we've ever tested. And if you look at that, it continues all the way down the side of the hull, right from the bow, right to the chine. You've got two good heavy rubber rails on the sides. We'll show you more as we get inside, but if you look at the width of the gunnels, they're significantly wider than most other boats in this class. And the advantage to that is many. We'll show you again when we're inside, but basically those gunnels are just a great seating area, along with your rod holders and everything else that you can mount there, downriggers, etc. So when you look at the back of the hull here, you're going to see that along with the dead rise, you've got this huge reverse chine hull. You've got built-in transducer plates. You'll notice that there's several drain plugs back here. There's really only one drain plug. That's this one up here. The other three plugs are just drains for the chambers, because each one of the chambers is separate. So you got the front and both sides. So that's just another level of security that you have three different chambers within the Aero pontoon system. This happens to have a 25-inch transom, given more elevation for the engine out of the water, just simply complementing the big water features. This has got an optional kicker bracket on it, so any size of kicker, I would suggest anything from 4 to 15 horsepower is going to work fine on here. This is equipped with a 115 with Mercury's command thrust lower unit. This system works really well on this particular application. The other thing that we found is that whether we had one person in the boat or 5 or 6 people in the boat, the performance hardly changed. So that's a really nice benefit. This is an optional boarding ladder, and in Staby fashion, extremely heavy duty. So in the up position, it just simply stores like that. It's a very simple system to use. And the beauty of this style of ladder is that whether you're diving with flippers or no matter what the application, you're not going to have any difficulties egressing or ingressing the back of the hull. You've got a grab rail here to aid in that process. The other thing I will point out is this is sitting on a tandem axle trailer. This boat is sold. The customer is elected to upgrade the trailer. On an 18-foot boat, it would come standard with a 3,100-pound single axle galvanized easy loader trailer. We could talk a little bit about the Bimini from here too. So this is the 1850 Fisher Offshore series. So this is designed for an offshore application. So it's really designed for the West, for the US and Canada's West Coast or the larger inner lakes or any lake that you want to put it on for that matter. With the arch, it is a flip-down arch, so you can simply pull a pin on each side right here, and this will pivot and it'll lay down. So if you have garage height, storage restrictions, it's really easy to get the height of this down to where you're just dealing with the top of the windshield. This has also got it's got the radar arch, it's got the optional canvas Bimini, and then it's got the clear curtains. So it's got the front clear curtains, the sides, and the drop. So those are all options that we've included in this package. From there, we'll hop inside and show you the interior. Okay, coming into the interior, we'll start with the aft of the boat. First of all, in the floor here is a 150-liter built-in fuel tank, so large fuel tank. Back here, we've got rod holders, we've got a cutting board, and we've got a humongous fish storage area here. As far as battery storage, here's the way these compartment lids come in and out. So we've got plenty of room for dual batteries and your fuel filter, very easy to access. We also have flip down seats or steps to get in and out of the hull. Stabicraft comes with a standard battery switch. This has got an optional washdown pump kit. One advantage to this is that Stabicraft on the bottom of their hull actually puts a sculp in front of that. And what that does is it captures water when you're under speed. So you can be driving at any speed, and if somebody wants to tend to their fish, clean the deck of the boat, you can do that at any speed. You don't have to be stopped like you do in most cases with a washdown pump. The gunnels, we've talked about this. Look at the width of them. You've got cup holders. You got a rod holder here, 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 another cup holder up there. You've got heavy-duty welded-on cleats, and all these features are the same on the port side with the same flip-down step seat. And look at your huge storage that you have on the sides. And here's where you can see the Aero pontoon. So this is your sealed pontoon here. So we've got lights underneath the gunnels here, which are going to be handy to see your gear in dark conditions. Downriggers are going to be mounted back here, and an option that we've added to these boats is an additional plate for additional strength for mounting the downrigger. So if you look on the bottom of the gunnel, not sure how well you'll see that, but there's an extra plate of aluminum for extra strength for a downrigger there. So this arch is pretty awesome. First of all, you've got all your rod holders up top. On an 18-foot boat, that's fairly unheard of. The next thing is that when you're underway in the water, if you got people standing back here, this is an excellent area to hang on to. We've got the center door rolled up on the drop curtain. This has got the optional Icy Tech cooler seats. So, and these are unbelievably comfortable. You can sit in these either sideways. The back support is actually way better than I would have thought it would have been. And if the drop curtain's out of the way, to sit back here and face your rods and looking at your gear, again, totally comfortable, especially with the back of the Elite bolster seat that we have here. So this system is really well thought out. The other thing is, these are high quality ice chests. Your ice is gonna last, in a lot of cases, for days in these. And they're split lids, which makes it nice. You can open up one half at a time. So you've got that option. As we move forward, this boat also has optional sea deck in it, I should point out. So the sea deck is what you're seeing on the floor. So the two options are it's either going to be C-deck or it's going to be checker plate aluminum. As we move forward, this has got the upgraded Elite bolster seats. So like any bolster, this flips up. So this is designed where you can be in a standing position, or if you're going to sit down. I'm on the passenger side right now, but the driver's side is the same. You've got a place to put your feet. You've got a cup holder here. We've got massive storage all over the place. Look at all this storage on the sides, and that's going to stay there, and it's going to stay dry. You've got these compartments up front to put all kinds of other various gear. If you want to put a winch on the front for your anchor, it's all in place to do that. So whether you want a manual anchor or a electric, it's your choice. You've got the tie-off cleat on the inside here. What makes this very interesting on this boat is how this center windshield lifts up. So if you pull onto the beach, you can simply stand up here, hop out here. You've got some more U-deck here to stand on, and here I am out on the front of the boat now. So really easy to get on and off the boat. When you're coming back in, you've got a great place to hang on to here. The other thing that Stabicraft does a great job of is the dash. Look at the space we have here. You can actually put, I believe, a 16-inch display will fit here, and this is only an 1850 boat. You got more space for gathering stuff here that's going to stay there in place. You got another cup holder on the driver's side. You got more storage space there. You got storage space under the controls. The visibility in the boat is also very, very nice. You got the handholds all over here for passenger and driver. So overall, the experience of driving the boat has just been really, really comfortable. The visibility is great. Boat gets up on step in a very short period of time. It doesn't, I said it earlier, it doesn't seem to matter much on the load. And the ability to stay up on step at slow speed was something that really interested us. When the water did get a little choppy in some areas, we were on a small lake, so we didn't have ocean waves. But where other waves were being created by other wakeboarders and such, we were very impressed with just how smooth it slices through those waves. So this 1850 Fisher Offshore is really intended for a person that wants a relatively small package, but big water performance. Safety, not scared to take it out in any kind of water. If you want a boat that you're going to feel comfortable with, whether you're on the coast or in big water, this boat's going to totally work for you. Obviously, if it's safe in those conditions, it's safe in any other conditions as well. It's still just under 19 feet. They call it an 1850. It's still going to be easy to trailer, easy to launch, easy to tow. It's just its capabilities are going to be really good. The person that I wouldn't recommend this for is a person that, let's just say he fishes out of the bow of his boat. He jigs for walleye as an example. This boat's not set up for that. When you look at the front of this boat, it's just not set up for it. There is an optional trolling motor plate that can be ordered from the factory, but you're still going to be trolling your lures behind the boat. So really, if you're not that jigging person from the bow of the boat and you're moving in a forward direction, any species of fish this is going to work for, other than the application that I just told you. That would be the only limitation that I would have with this boat. Hopefully this video has given you a little bit more insight to the 1850 Fisher Offshore by Stabicraft. For more information, look at the link below. You'll get way more information there with all the details of everything you could imagine on the boat. And of course, contact us anytime. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Remember to like it, share it on YouTube, and thanks for watching.